Alright, am I back? Sorry about that, I'm not sure why I crashed. First I thought my internet went out, but it turns out OBS just crashed for some reason. Took me a while to sort it out, but yeah. I have about 15 minutes, so I'll try to finish this up. Now I gotta remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to put this into the global space somewhere. So basically this will need to be updated. I guess it doesn't need to be recreated at the beginning of every turn, because it should update itself when the turn changes. I guess it depends how I decide to do it. Ooh, it's a bit loud. Let's see. Well, I guess just in case, I'll just create a Lua info manager. Maybe Lua interface manager would make more sense. And this will be public. Play subcontroller. Okay, and while I remember, I'll go ahead and delete. Oh, I did delete that variable already. And for now, I'm actually not going to have this do anything else except right here in the constructor, it'll create that battle state class. Okay, so get component. Oh, it's controller, get component. Game data. Game data Lua. And add global, or set global is what it's called. So let's call it state. How about game state? No, have a capital. Oh no, battle state makes even more sense. This be a new current battle state. Alright, and then we'll need to actually pass the game data, so I guess I will get a reference to it. Suppose controller get component and battle controller get component, and then we'll probably need to send it to battle log at some point, but database and battle. Okay, so now Lua should be able to get this information. First I need to create this class in the subcontroller. Lua interface manager. And so now this should be set up. So just for testing, when we see, I mean this is kind of useless, but when ability move usable, we'll just print out the position of monster 0. So game state get monster, it's 1 actually, and position. So let's see what happens now. Attempt to index a nil value at line. Well, I'm sure it's obviously something's nil here. Okay, so first let's print game state. See what that gives us. And then we'll print get monster 1. Okay, so the game state is nil. That's not what I was expecting. Oh, it's because I called it battle state, not game state. Let's try it again. Okay, that still worked, but apparently... Oops, that's not gonna help. Oh. Oh, the monster cache is null. That's silly of me. Actually throw not supported exception here because you should never call this constructor. I'll do that in the monster while I'm remembering. Alright, can close now. Alright, so let's see what happens now. Okay, now it worked. Battle state monster, and we're at position 222, which is the middle, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, maybe we should have better 2-string here. Oops. We can just return the name for now, I guess. So, battle monsters, data index. Oh, it doesn't even have a name. Okay, let's do it this way. Database, monster prototypes, dot name. Okay, and now when we click here, we can see gold, monster, and then the position. Alright, so now we have the scaffolding for any kind of information we want to send to Lua. That was actually pretty simple. So obviously this class will probably get filled with a lot more data soon, because just off the top of my head, well, for the move we'll need to get the field as well. So maybe I should go ahead and do that. So we have this separate field generation class, but this is mutable, meaning changeable, so we can't use that because this was for map generation. But what else do we want here? Well, also we want to be able to get a block, so And it'll basically work the same way as we did for monsters, where I'll just build them as needed. Let's see. Yeah, this is a class, of course. I guess I can kind of copy some of this code from this field gen. But well, we won't want to send the generation block, we'll want to just send a normal block. Okay, so we subtract 1 to get the hex position. Okay, what was this field builder block? Okay, this was just like the game data behind the Lua. We won't need that. Okay, so let's make another cache. So block cache is, I guess it's a block position to, or a hex position actually. To block. And I'll need to create the variable to hold that, of course. Don't need that. So we try to get a blue block at the hex position. Oops, went a little too far there. So then block cache hex position equals that, and we'll pass database battle, and then hex position. Well, actually, we don't really need the hex position. We can just use an index. So let's do that. That'll be easier to hash anyway. So battlefield. Okay, then we can just create this. What's it complaining about? Okay, so field block needs to be public. And then this needs to be moon sharp user data. And I need to hide the constructors. Sharp hidden. And of course the default constructor. Fields block and throw new not supported exception. Alright, and this should change to data index. Let's do the same here. Alright, so now we've got the basis of this. Obviously the field block doesn't have any useful data yet, but it will in the future. Another thing we might need is like the width and height of the field. Do here, so num field columns, rows and layers. How do we get that actually? field. Okay, so the number of columns is just the row size. Maybe the field builder has this. Or it will, should have it here. So the row size is number of columns and the layer size is, alright. That doesn't, that's the opposite way we want to go. But the columns is definitely the row size, and then the number of rows, I guess, is the field dot layer size divided by the row size. And then the number of layers is the total number of blocks divided by the layer size. Alright, so that seems good for now. We'll obviously need this. For the move command, because we'll need to be able to look around at all of the blocks surrounding the monster. Which that's the one thing we should check to make sure this data index is valid, shouldn't we? But I guess if it's invalid, what would we do? I guess we could just return null. So if data index is less than 0 or data index is greater than or equal to battlefield map length will return null. And we can pull this out here. And yeah, we should make sure that the monster is not out of bounds here as well. So if data index is less than 0 or data index greater than or equal to battle monsters, oops, count turn null, otherwise we actually return something. Alright. Okay, well that seems like a good place to stop. So sorry I had to that cut in the stream, but it's okay, we got everything finished anyway. Alright, so thanks everybody for coming by and watching. No more game development streams until Monday. Same time as usual, 8 Eastern. I'm not going to promise anything, but I have been wanting to actually play some games on stream, so I might try to do that this weekend. But regardless, I hope to see you all Monday, and thanks for stopping by. Right, bye-bye.